About 3 seconds ago, you saw this video. You said, "Oh look, Chillmonger's talking about King in Black," and then you clicked. I appreciate you. This comic wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything inventive. This was good because it asked the question, or Donny Cates did, what would happen if Null arrived on Marvel Earth, 616 Earth? That's all he did. And then he understood what 616 Earth is because he's been reading Marvel Comics. And he honored Marvel Comics, not just the Claremont stuff. Everything that happened, extremis that happened recently. Recent comics get mentioned. Up to this day, he went on the phone. Hickman, he has a corded phone. Hickman, hey, what's going on with your X-Men right around December, January? Yeah. And Hickman's like, yo, we're just coming off of House of X or X of Swords. This little mini event that I'm putting my name on that Teeny Howard is really in charge of. I'm just not doing anything. But yeah, what do you need? Yeah, I got Magneto. He's going to make this quote about how he wants to protect Krakoa over protecting the rest of Earth, and because he doesn't really get it. Or I'm going to have Blade tell him that it's all about Earth. Hickman's like, yeah, that sounds like something Magneto would say. Good job, Donny Cates. Thanks for checking with me. Thanks for not unmutanting one of my characters who I've had a long-ass story planned for, and a 4-issue mini-series building on that and having the fans paid for that. I'm talking about Dan Slott, if you don't know, which you probably do know. Dan Slott just made Franklin not a mutant anymore, and Marvel allowed that, which don't make sense to me because Marvel was already going in a direction. I'm not saying Hickman was going in a direction. I'm saying Marvel published 4 books called FF X-Men by Chip Zdarsky and motherfucking Terry Dodson. And then they just allowed him to do that. Allowed Dan Slott to just switch up a character, which they were doing something with. Now, if Dan Slott wants to change Franklin Richards last year, before House of X started, I'm good with that. It's within his character list. That's what he does. But because we're already like a year into this story, it's too late. This is a King of Black review. But he asked himself what I'm going to do with characters like the Fantastic Four. Johnny Storm, this guy has super fire powers, right? Supernova. I'm probably going to need to take him off the table. And there goes Johnny Storm. He is, I think he's on the bad guys' side. But that's a very specific move, a particular move that he did, where that character, that chess piece is now out of the game. The Thing was in that crew of dead people, right? Yeah. The Thing, Captain America, I think it was. No, that's Cyclops. What am I talking about? Both of them. And Kamala Khan. Ba-da-da-da. Storm, she's not dead. Thank God she's not dead. I thought she was dead. No one ever dies in comics. So that's the Human Torch. The other Fantastic Four, Sue and Reed, are in headquarters. And you know who showed up? Namor. Sue clutches her pearls, and Reed says, "It's okay, baby, but we gotta go. We gotta use everyone." And like I said, Donny Cates asked, what would happen if Null came down to Earth? Well, Earth has a whole lot of water, and Namor's talking about what he runs, and that's all of the oceans. It just makes sense. It just makes sense to me that this guy, if you're threatening all of Earth, it's not just the places that have land. Black Panther has like a leader role over here, respect to that. Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman are using the Avengers that Jason Aaron is using now, respect to the continuity. There's nothing here that pissed me off or irked me. I felt like all these characters' voices were heard. They spoke the way that they're all speaking in their respective books or have ever spoken traditionally. This was good stuff. I'm flipping through the pages trying to remind myself what happened. But yeah, that's where the extremist part happens, where Iron Man's he said he's gonna take the dragon. And this is stuff that was established in Absolute Carnage about the Hive and that kind of stuff. That's where I remember reading that. This was just a combination of old and new and all of Marvel and putting it into a book costing $5, and it was worth every dollar. I love this stuff. Donny Cates, man, he's a big time writer, respect to him. Then there was this decision at the end to make me believe that Eddie Brock is dead. Again, okay, he's dead. I guess there'll be a new Venom. Maybe Dylan will take over. Dylan has powers, by the way. Dylan has powers. But he's their secret weapon. Iron Man's concocting something. See where it goes. I can see now, like, Null was undefeatable after issue number 1. I see a light in this cave, this very dark cave. They actually added the pages from Venom, from last week's, 2 weeks ago's Venom, in the back. I think that's cool to do in the beginning of comics. Like, if it doesn't come at any extra cost, I don't believe, right? To do this, it's like, it's Marvel-owned property. Maybe if they put it in a trade paperback, that's differently. But I think all comics, so this was issue 2. The previous issues comics, the artwork from the previous issues, should be featured like in the first page. The same way we have the write-up over here where it says, King in Black, Chapter 2, Fall. I think, like, what about just a page of the artwork if it doesn't cost any money? Except for, like, the paper. Which they don't mind. Like, how many ads are in here? You know what's the interesting ad? The Strange Academy ad. Since we're talking about death. They said one of these students will die. Since it's issue 6, the believability that one of these characters will stay dead is high. I think that the creator, Scotty Young, Humberto Ramos, always planned on this character dying, and it's a key character point for, you know, not the one who died, but the friends of the one who died, and it'll make them who they are. Remember when Tag died, New X-Men? Remember, like, Academy X, New X-Men. You remember when Lori died? She stayed dead for the most part. There was a moment in Astonishing X-Men where Emma Frost, I think she saw her, but she stayed dead. Oh, until now, everyone's alive now, except Rockslide. My point is, like, the less relevant a character is, like Rockslide, the more serious I take their deaths. So this advertising this is kind of cool. The last time I saw one of these, it wasn't about death, but it was about who's gonna join the Avengers in issue 700. And it was Blade. Howard the Duck was there too. And they picked a good cast of people to guess from. But yeah, Blade joined the Avengers on that. Any other preview pages to check out? Fucking love that show. You guys like that finale? Watch my review on the finale if you haven't. I did a live review too where unfortunately, I was playing scenes from the show. And unless you do that like in a small box at the bottom of your screen, they will flag you. So I made sure, actually don't watch that review. Watch this video here on the side. This video where I compare Casca Reeves with Boba Fett. And I'm telling you that she's greater than Boba Fett. Using what we've seen so far. This video that's going to appear on the side right here in the last 20 seconds of my video now. Casca Reeves, if you're only using canon material, I can't speak for comics and other stuff. I am ignorant to what Boba Fett has accomplished. Even the holiday special, I haven't watched that. But if you're using what actually happened that's recognized by Lucasfilms, Casca Reeves has outpowered Boba Fett in every way. So there it is. Now it's up. It only pops up in the last 20 seconds. So when I pointed out initially, I didn't plan or anticipate on it being up until not being up. Never mind. Yo, Chillmonger, bye.